It is the championship final in the 500-yard freestyle, 20 lengths of the pool. And the NCAA record holder, Kieran Smith, is in this field, as is the defending NCAA champion, Georgia's Jake Magahey, back to defend his win from last year. Magahey swam 4:07.97 at last year's national championship and held off that epic surge from Kieran Smith.
Oh, you see Kieran Smith with the blue cap looking a little like Bobby Fink that we just saw, almost making the move at the end and just running out of room. What a, as you said, an epic race and huge win for Magahey in Georgia.
I think we're expecting something close again here tonight. This feels like a very deep field. Magahey, the defending champion, but he may not even be the top dog for this Georgia squad. How about the 18-year-old from South Africa who joined the Georgia program in January, Matthew Sates, top qualifier?
I have been looking forward to seeing him swim for so long here at the collegiate level. Freshman, as you said, 18 years old, and I think he's the favorite. He's negative split this race by a full second. So you don't want to get into a race with Sates and Magahey. The only guy that can do that, though, Bill, is this guy, Kieran Smith, the fastest in history. You don't want to get in a race with Smith, but I think at this point, Smith knows he's going to have to go out. He did it in the morning. I think he backed off the second half. But even Kieran, I'm not so sure, wants to get in a race with Magahey, and especially Sates.
Feels like one where the NCAA record is very much in jeopardy, 4:06.32. As we look at the Georgia squad, and you see the jerseys the swim team's been wearing here, those football jerseys, the swim and dive on the corner. You know, Matthew Sates, again, just joined the team in January, but it's not like he wasn't swimming. He spent the fall dominating FINA World Cup races. He won 11 races on the fall World Cup circuit at the FINA level.
Yeah, top 3 finalists return from last year. You see way up there in lane 8, Fail. He was 3rd last year. Not so sure he will be a factor here. Couple Gators in here. Couple dogs.
You got Ross Dant from NC State, the ACC champion. You got 2 from Texas, looking for some serious points here as well. 20 lengths of the pool. This should be a great race. And again, 4:06.32 is the NCAA record set by Kieran Smith, who swims out of lane number 2.
Thought a great swim was out of lane 3. That's Alfonso Mestre. I'm thinking about his dad. Alfonso right there in lane number 3. He went his best time by a couple seconds to put himself in position. He'll be out lightning quick along with Smith. And Smith, you see him right there in lane 2. He's taking the strategy of, I need to go out for it. I think it's smart. I think he knows exactly what these other guys are going to have, are capable of doing up there in lanes 4 and 5. And one thing you want Magahey to think about is not letting these guys get out too much ahead. He is able to come back, but he don't want to come back too far against somebody like Kieran Smith.
Yeah, right now Kieran Smith swimming really well out there in lane number 2. That is Sates and Mestre battling for 2nd, and all the way up there in lane 6, Luke Hobson, an important swim for Texas as he tries to keep the Longhorns in the top spot in the standings for now. Kieran Smith, though, is way out in front of everybody here through the opening 7 lengths.
Not untouchable, though. I mean, again, he is way out in front, no doubt about it, but with the way these guys are able to come back on the back half, you have a lot of sprint-like effort here in Mestre and Smith, guys that will take it out, but a lot of guys that can come off the pace. Hobson can come off the pace. Certainly, as I said, Magahey and Sates will.
It's Smith and then Hobson in 1st and 2nd at the moment. Texas's David Johnston down in lane 1, moving up into 3rd. 8 lengths down, 12 to go through the 200-yard mark here.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about Hobson, but this is another kid that is just a freshman. In fact, around the same birthday as Sates, and he's up there in lane number 6, kind of hanging in there, and he even split the race coming home this morning. So he's a guy that's definitely capable of having a back half.
A Big 12 runner-up in the 500 at 16:50 free. So as you said, should have a good back half. He has that mile strength, set age group national records in high school in both the 500 and the 1,000. He's hanging around with the American record holder Kieran Smith. past the midway point of this race. Smith still leading. Keep your eye, though, on those red trunks and the white cap of Matthew Saints in lane 4. We expect his back half to be particularly fast.
300 mark right here. He just went over his record pace. He was ahead of it, or he was right on it earlier, but boy, he's just fallen off. But he has built that huge lead. Now here come those two guys I talked about, the back half. 200 yards left to go, though. They've got a lot of room to make up.
Yeah, the defending champ, Georgia sophomore Jake Magahey, still in the thick of it, currently in third. He's swimming in 5, and Saints seems to have turned on the afterburners a bit as he's starting to come from behind in 4.
Here comes Magahey. Magahey looking really good right now. He's right there. Excuse me, that's Hobson right there. But those are the two guys right there. Magahey and Saints are starting to look good. And now what turned into a body link down has turned into almost an even race here with 100 yards left to go.
Look at the ground Saints made up over the last 100. He is third at the turn, but has already gained on Hobson, and now he is stroking toward the lead. Oh, Matthew Saints and Luke Hobson, your top 2. Kieran Smith has fallen back to 4th.
You only have to look at his split there, 24-2. Smith should be out of it unless he's got a miracle left here with 50 yards left to go. And look at Saints and look at his legs. Look at this kid's legs, man. This kid's 18 years old. Are you kidding me?
He was a Tokyo Olympian for South Africa, finished 14th in the 200 IM. You start to look ahead at potential stars for Paris, and you got to circle this 18-year-old Matthew Saints in his first year at Georgia after joining the program just 2 months ago. Saints leads the Bulldogs to a 1-2 finish. He takes the win, and Magahey follows up his win last year with a second place here. 4:06.61, a new championship meet record.
And the second fastest time in history. And the Dogs, woof, woof, go 1-2. There's Coach Jack Byerly, the legendary Jack Byerly. You don't think he's happy? Absolutely. Can you imagine what these two guys do to each other in practice every day? Smith, so smooth early on, no question about it. I mean, he's just got that beautiful freestyle, but boy, you're running into a freight train at the end of the race. You know, you and I talked about this before. We were in our production meeting, we both said, Saints, watch out for Saints. We didn't necessarily say he was going to win, but we felt like he was going to have a good one indeed.
I'll give you credit. I think you said he was going to win, Rowdy, so I'll give you credit for that.
There you go.
So 1-2, Saints and Magahey. Third place to Hobson. Important points there for Texas. They get a 3rd and a 6th from David Johnston, who swims ahead of his seating time as well. Kieran Smith and Alfonso Mestre go 4th and 7th for Florida. You notice no Cal Bears in this final, but they do have some big events still to come today. But for now, Texas doing what it needs to stay in the top of the standings. Matthew Saints picks up an NCAA championship as a freshman. He's now with Lara.
Matthew, the second fastest time in history. You had to have a ferocious finishing kick, but you were poised from the start. What was the sense of urgency you felt over those final 200 yards?
Before the race, I said I was going big, we're going home, and South Africa's a long way away. So I chose to go big.
And you went big with your teammate alongside you, the defending champion you had right next to you. What kind of push did you get from your fellow Bulldog?
Yeah, it was great going first and second with both Jakes, so couldn't be happier for us.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, he may be a man of few words, but he is a man of some powerful strokes. Matthew Saints, his first of what may be many NCAA championships for Georgia.